you know, that kind of locked down Ezekiel Elliott, but he was still able to get his yards because he's the beast. All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? Today we're going to talk about the Cowboys NFL honors. Serious? Cab mode, baby. All right, so, you know, just like I just said there, this is going to be my version of the NFL honors for your Dallas Cowboys. So let's get right into it, all right? Defensive Player of the Year. Who could that be? I had a lot of candidates I was, you know, considering. Van Der Esch, my linebackers, Byron Jones. But at the end, I went with DeMarcus Lawrence, the War Daddy. 10.5 sacks on the year, pressures all over the place, back-to-back successful seasons. Did his thing on the franchise tag. So for me, he's your Defensive Player of the Year. I think if you don't have DeMarcus Lawrence in the team here, your line's not getting any pressure and you're in trouble. You are getting some from some of the rotational guys, Randy Gregory, these other guys, but you know, DeMarcus Lawrence is your Defensive Player of the Year, all right? Offensive Player of the Year for me, a lot of candidates as well on this one. Prescott, Cooper, you know, some of the other players, but I went ahead and went with my gut instinct here, Ezekiel Elliott. Zeke! All right. 1,400 yard season, all right? League leading rusher. 95 targets, all right? He was targeted 95 times in the receiving game, caught 77 passes for 567 yards. That's almost 600 yards. Unbelievable season with Ezekiel Elliott. We've seen what the team can do with him and without him. Thank God he's with us. And I think without him, you know, you're gonna really struggle to move this ball. So Cowboys need to probably fortify that backup running back position with another player there. I do like the depth there, but you never know. All right, so Ezekiel Elliott, Offensive Player of the Year. All right, Offensive Rookie of the Year. There weren't many options there for me. I went Michael Gallup. 33 catches, 507 yards. What a hell of a season for him. I did my bold prediction way early on. I said 900 yards. You know, he might have sniffed that if we had our act together in the first half of the season. Who knows what Gallup's year-end numbers might have been. All right, so it was a bold prediction, fell short, but I like what he did for the team. I like him moving forward. I really do. I like Michael Gallup a lot. This receiving core has really been transformed over the last 2 seasons, and I think he's going to be a good one for us here for quite a while. All right, so Offensive Rookie of the Year, Michael Gallup. All right, Defensive Rookie of the Year. This was a no-brainer. Leighton Van Der Esch, LVE, baby. All right, how many of us were wrong on this pick? How many of us were right? That doesn't matter at this point now. Now is we have a boy here. All right, LVE. He's a Dallas Cowboy. Has a star on the helmet. 140 tackles on the year. Pro Bowl. Second team All-Pro. That's really what matters. Getting those All-Pro recognitions, you know, they really trump those Pro Bowl nominations. But still, really good season from him. Probably the best tackler on the team right now. You know, I feel that he's just going to grow into that position even more physically as well. Another year under the NFL program. He's going to be bigger than what he is now. Faster, stronger. The ceiling. I mean, there is no ceiling. All right, there's no ceiling. You know, he's gonna be a good one for us, and no brainer there. Defensive Rookie of the Year for the Cowboys. All right. Rookie of the Year goes with Leighton Van Der Esch as well. You know, there just weren't any other rookies that played at a high level as Leighton Van Der Esch, so he gets that second award as well. So LVE, Defensive Rookie of the Year, and Rookie of the Year for the Cowboys. All right. The big one here, the MVP, the most valuable player on the team. All right, a lot of players to think about. You know, you have Cooper, obviously, Prescott, Zeke, and you know, your defensive players, DeMarcus Lawrence, Jaylon Smith, LVE, all those guys. But at the end of the day, I just came back to Ezekiel Elliott again. For me, he's your MVP. you know, they want to. The identity supposedly for this team has been a run first. All right, so they went out and got the Ferrari Ezekiel Elliott, and he's proved everything that you want in that number 4 overall pick. You know, the discussion of whether they should have taken Jalen Ramsey or Ezekiel Elliott is it's hysterical to me. It's ridiculous. Ezekiel Elliott is the better player. He's the better teammate. All right, so they did the right thing there with getting Ezekiel Elliott. He's the MVP of this team, running all over the place. Only in his 3rd year. We're coming up on year 4. He's on pace to really earn himself a really good contract, and well deserved. All right, so let's see if we can keep some tread on that by getting some other players in here to back him up and give him some relievers without hurting the offensive production. All right, that's the thing about the Cowboys. You know, why? You know, it was always like we had Dunbar. Why do you have Dunbar when you have Zeke in there and make him a 3-down back? Well, you know, you kind of need some of those players every now and then, but they have to produce. You know, Dunbar didn't produce. You know, he was just a wasted down of a player. We can get that other player in here. It'll help out the team immensely, and it'll help, you know, keep the mileage lower for Ezekiel Elliott. All right, so your MVP, Zeke. All right, free agent addition of the year, my boy Antwaun Woods, the Grumpy Bear. All right, so this has been a guy I've been talking about here for quite a while here. I think even at the midway point, talking about what kind of moves the Cowboys did to really improve this defense. Antwaun Woods was on my list, and I just like how he's been a big integral part of this defense. Need more pieces around him. We need better rotation behind him. But if you can keep Antwaun Woods fresh and have somebody behind him playing at a similar level with just waves of pressure that Rod Marinelli always talks about coveting, then we're in business. But it wasn't even close. The Cowboys did a lot of free agent moves on the wide receivers and some of these other guys. But at the end of the day, Antwaun Woods was your diamond in the rough. Congrats, Antwaun Woods. Keep it coming. Game changer. All right, the game changer of the year, Amari Cooper. All right, Amari Cooper, adding him to the team really made this team more prolific. All right, they weren't even close to being prolific before they had Cooper. They tried to go cheap with the wide receivers, and we were really one-dimensional. We knew that we were going to have trouble passing the ball, so they kind of locked down Ezekiel Elliott, but he was still able to get his yards because he's the beast. All right. But for Cooper to come in here, you know, I think he had like 50-something catches, 700 and something yards. Ended the year with 1,000 yards total. You know, he got some of those with the Raiders, but most of his production came with the Cowboys, and that was key for him. Going to the right system was going to be a key for you know, re-energizing the player. You know, he was probably miserable over there. Head coaching, turnover, you know, different playbook being installed. It was time for a change of scenery. And welcome to Dallas, Amari Cooper. We love you. Well, this guy has speed to burn, all right? And those feet, he needs to ensure those feet, because he can turn on a dime and breaking ankles. Literally, he was breaking knees and ankles. We saw it. I think in that Philly game, he knocked out some players there that just couldn't hang with them, all right? And there's not many players in this league that can. So a full year of Cooper for this season is gonna be interesting. Let's see what Kellen Moore can come up with. Let's be a high, potent, offensive juggernaut again, all right? Your clutch performer of the year for me, Dak Prescott, all right? And we're talking about the player here that you know, he got a lot of criticism, especially early on, from everybody, even myself. I won't lie about that. I won't backtrack on it. You know, that first half, he just didn't look good. All right, but like anything else, there's a domino effect, and I think with Dak, I won't say you need a perfect system for him, but you need better plays for him, and I think that's where this divorce came into play with Scott Linehan, and you know, I think that this is going to be a good move for the Cowboys. You know, they had to change it up. You know, if it's Kellen Moore, whatever, let's do it. All right, let's do it. But at the end of the day, your clutch performer, Dak Prescott, how many clutch plays did he have, especially down the stretch? You know, I wouldn't say that you can lean on Dak Prescott to carry the team and win you 8 games a season, kind of like Romo did. But if they solidify this offense, he can be that player. He really shows the ability to do that. If you give him, you know, 45 seconds or a minute on the clock, you feel that Dak Prescott can move the ball down the field, and he'll do whatever he can to move the ball. And that includes his legs. All right, so hopefully the Cowboys can integrate that into the game plan where he can run a little bit more, naked bootleg, some of that stuff that disappeared his rookie season. They just didn't do it this season. We didn't see many of those, but he is clutch. Learn Dak Prescott for you know, nobody's perfect. None of these players are perfect. No quarterback's perfect, but for some of the flaws he has, one of the biggest positives that Dak Prescott has is the ability to be a leader and be clutch and command the team. All right, you want that in your quarterback. So clutch performer Dak Prescott. Most improved player of the year, Jaylon Smith. That's my boy, man. You know I have my love for my Notre Dame Irish, but it's not that. You know, it's about Jaylon Smith. I wouldn't say he's a comeback player because that would have been last year. And I think last year he was a comeback player of the year. And this year he's an even more improved player. All right, so we saw it leading up to the season. His drills that he was doing, his agility, moving sideline to sideline. He looked really good. A lot of us were getting excited. Like, look at this. He looks way different now. You get into the preseason, he looks good. And in the regular season, he just looked like his normal self. He's back 100%. I would even say he's faster than when he was at Notre Dame. And even he will say that. And you saw him chasing down players. Alvin Kamara, some of these other guys, getting down to the sideline, making a play, and hitting people. Jaylon Smith has always been a big hitter. And he's looking to hurt you. He's looking to make you remember the sting so you don't come his way again. All right, and you need physical players like that on your defense. You do. You need players like that, whether it's a safety or a linebacker. And Jaylon Smith provides that juice, that sting. And 121 tackles on the year, 4 sacks. All right, that's the intangible that Jaylon Smith brings to the table. He's a good pass rusher, and he was always been like that. And given the opportunity, he can get in there and put a wallop on those quarterbacks. Eli Manning remembers Jaylon Smith and all the hits he took. Jaylon Smith beat him up. All right, so does Eli Manning want to come back for another season in the NFC East? He should retire. All right, so Jaylon Smith, most improved player. But those are it, man. Those are it, guys. Those are my Dallas Cowboys NFL honors for the 2018 season. Let me know what you guys think. How do you feel about these players moving forward? DeMarcus Lawrence, Ezekiel Elliott, Michael Gallup, Leighton Vander Esch, Antoine Woods, your defensive tackle, Amari Cooper, Dak Prescott, and Jaylon Smith. Let me know what you guys think of these guys this season. Or any other players that you think need recognition. Obviously, there's a lot of players that could get recognition, but these were the ones I went with. If you have differing opinions, you know, put your list there in the comments. I'm interested to see what your guys' list is. All right, so try to go through this. Give me your list, and let's talk about it, guys. Let's put it there in the comments. All right, but that's all I have for you guys. Really appreciate it. If you like this video, hit the like button. It helps out the video and the channel immensely. That's all I have, guys. Continue to like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you for the next video. Peace.